Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Ooh, excuse me. Yo, what's going on? I am Hughes Bros. Shit.
And I am S. Foster.
Man, and this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, I can't call it, man. Back for another episode. Man, I am excited to do this hood classic, man. But how you feeling, man?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Today was an easy day at work today, man. I got home, I turned this bad boy on, and let me tell you something. It took me back. This was so nostalgic, man. I'm with you. I'm eager to do this one too. This one was old school.
Yeah, old school, man. Like these, unfortunately, I grew up on this. You know what I mean? Like,
shit, me and you both.
Hey, even though neither one of us was supposed to be watching this shit
at all,
but we was watching it, man. And like, hey, boy, my impressions of LA. I mean, cause think about it, dude. You got Menace II Society. You got, I mean, even you know, you got Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
You can even throw shit Ricochet in there. I mean, like a lot of like in the NWA. So your depiction of, you know what I'm saying, these parts of the hood in LA, it was just like, yo, boy, if I go to LA, boy, I ain't trying to go to Watts. I ain't trying to go to Compton. Like, dude, it's crazy. I remember when I was, let me see, because my cousin graduated in like 99 or something like that. So I was in like 8th grade. Mm-hmm. And my cousin was in the color guard in at our high school. No, like the color guard for the band. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, yeah, she went to Burns in that school. Okay. Remember I told you that was like nationally ranked and shit. Mm-hmm. So they did a parade out in LA. And the thing is, their school colors are red, white, and blue. So she told us when they went out there, they couldn't wear their shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, they couldn't even wear like any of their school shit when they was out there because they were just saying like some of the bad neighborhoods and shit. So like that was like me like looking at it like, yo, that's wild, yo. Like y'all can't even wear y'all school colors out there.
You can't even wear certain baseball caps out there, bro.
Hey, boy, it is wild,
like,
my guy.
I've heard stories because I got family that live out there, and I've heard stories where like it's like baseball caps wherever you at. It's a baseball cap for something out there. It don't matter what it is, but it's always a baseball cap for something out there. So you know, like when New Era came out with the fitted caps that had the upside down logos, people was getting beat up for wearing them because they thought they was disrespecting the gangs around there.
Damn, ball wear them bitches all the time.
That's what I'm saying. New Era had niggas getting beat the fuck up out there. Crazy.
Oh man, that's crazy. So yo, we just talking like we ain't even live.
Yeah,
yo,
man.
So we're doing like, I mean, like I said, y'all, this is definitely a hood classic, man. 1993, a Hughes Brothers film, Menace II Society, man.
That's right, man. And as much as bad as we talked about LA, this movie also depicted some of the great times that you know what I'm saying, people out there were having as well. Like, you know what I'm saying, the barbecue scene, the house party scenes, you know what I'm saying, riding around chilling with your homies at night. Like it was still, you know what I'm saying, like you still had moments where you can enjoy yourself as well. It wasn't always a goddamn war zone either. That's one thing I did like about Menace II Society. It did show even, you know what I'm saying, they showed the upbringing. It was depicted for, I mean, the depiction was supposed to be an upbringing of one young man, you know what I'm saying, living in Watts. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it also showed not just the bad that he was going through, because, you know what I'm saying, of course he was a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying, he lived a life of crime. And throughout the movie, he narrated how everybody around him kind of did the same thing. His dad, you know what I'm saying? The dude that kind of raised him, Purnell, you know what I mean? His mom was a drug addict. So it kind of showed, you know what I'm saying? He kind of narrated through that. But also it showed you like those good moments where they was having house parties. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, I mean, like I just said, like how, you know what I'm saying, they had the barbecue, you know what I'm saying, neighborhood barbecue, everybody come out, you know what I'm saying, and was kicking it. And it was, you know what I'm saying, like they also showed those moments where everybody was still, you know what I'm saying, had some kind of silver lining and, you know what I'm saying, what was going on around the time too.
Of course, man, of course. So I mean, yo, the cast.
Yeah.
Man, you got Tyrone Turner. You know what I mean? Like this is really the film that really I mean, obviously he been in some other shit, you know what I'm saying? He was in Belly, you know, small role in there, you know, he was in that new
Tyrone Turner was in that new movie.
Yeah, that new movie with Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank. What was that joint called? Damn, I forgot what it was called. But he was in that joint. But yo, you got a young Lorenz Tate.
Fatal,
you know
that's what it was called.
Yeah, Fatal, yeah. And then you got Samuel Jackson, he had a cameo. You know, rest in peace to AJ Johnson. He had a cameo. Yeah, man. Hey, boy, Brandon Hammond, man. You know what I'm saying? Known for, you know, his big role in Soul Food. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was really the main character in Soul Food as a kid. So, you know, he had when it comes to a young career, like he had a great young career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, once he got older, I don't know if he stopped acting or what. I don't really know what happened to him, but he, you know, he kind of fell off.
He probably done made so much money, bro. He probably chilling somewhere.
He probably is, man. Then you got Glenn Palmer, man. Glenn Palmer was those was his times. Bro. OG Bobby Johnson, man. He's always gonna be OG Bobby Johnson.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Candy Alexander, Jada Pickett Smith, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you got MC8 in this bad boy. Vontae Sweet, Too Short, he was in this joint. Clifton Powell, yep.
Charles S. Dutton.
Yep.
Man, Bill Duke, man.
Yeah, man.
He's a legend, bro.
Bill Duke is a legend, bro. Bill Duke is a straight up legend, man. You got Clifton Collins Jr., man. He was in that real quick. He wasn't in that long.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? But you got Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo was in his joint, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo-Yo was the
cream of the crop.
She was, and at that time, you know, with her being a rapper, it was just like, you know, when you look at you know, they had Too Short. I mean, Yo-Yo she's just LA. You know what I'm saying? It's like anytime you do something like LA like this, like Yo-Yo always usually had a cameo back then. Cause she had another cameo in wasn't it Paulette? No. Boys in Hood.
Yep.
He was in Boys in the Hood for a quick little minute. I was about to say Poetic Justice, but it wasn't that.
The ultimate buster, Samuel Monroe Jr. He ain't no real buster. He actually a great actor, but it's just every role that he has, bro. He just happened to be a buster in the movie, man. I hate the fact that he's so good at being a buster, bro. Like it's just one of them things where, you know what I'm saying, we talked about it before, how somebody is so good at a role, like especially like the villain role, or like, you know what I'm saying, or like how Leonardo DiCaprio was so good at being a slave master. Like you hate him because you know he's doing such a great job, but at the same time it's like, damn, he doing a good job. You know what I mean? But it's just every role that he on, bro. He playing that buster.
Man, he raped Ebony, man.
Buster. Exactly. That's my point, bro. Nigga's a buster. He always acting as a buster, bro. I don't know I only never met him, and I don't know how he is in real life. But every time he on that big screen, he's a straight up buster.
Man, you ain't lying, boy. You ain't lying. So, you know, I was sitting here thinking in my head where I wanted to start, man. And like, let's start off the camera first.
Okay, well, real quick before we do, let's get them a quick synopsis. Menace II Society is basically a story of a young street guy who's basically trying to find his way in the life in LA at the time. He's just graduating high school. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do. He's hustling, selling drugs, robbing people, going basically living a life of crime, and basically trying to figure out whether or not he's going to change it. He comes into he comes into some pretty sour situations, but he also finds ways to get up out of them and try to make a better life for himself.
That's a good synopsis. So I mentioned the Hughes brothers, man. They were, two brothers who, was putting together films, and this was really they big break for this one. But I also would like to mention, and I learned this when I watched that the film that made us. Remember, I told you I watched that joint on Netflix.
Yeah.
When they talked about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
So Nightmare on Elm Street was a New Line Cinema movie.
Right.
That was the birth of New Line Cinema. So I know, right? It ain't coming out. So if Nightmare on Elm Street was a flop, New Line Cinema wouldn't exist today.
Right.
And the thing about them was they were able to give people a jump start. Like they was that company that was like took a lot of chances on people.
Mm-hmm. They was like how Fox was with like Martin and Living Color and all them early on.
Yeah, because when you look at New Line Cinema, they gave Ice Cube his first movie with Friday. You know what I'm saying? They gave the Hughes brothers with this. So and on even what's the name? Wes Craven wasn't really a name yet when they gave him Nightmare on Elm Street. So we got to talk about the New Line Cinema thing. So that was good. So basically what I'm saying is it's a great thing that Nightmare on Elm Street existed because maybe these other people wouldn't have got their shot to come out with their first movies. So for the people that don't know, Tupac was actually casted in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he was casted to be Sharif.
Right.
So when he read the script, he was basically like, yo, this Sharif dude, he's a punk, you know what I'm saying? Does that, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna play this character, there's gonna have to be some changes. So basically, the Hughes brothers like, nah, we ain't changing the script. Sharif is Sharif.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it got heated. Tupac went to fight. He went to beat these dudes up. And so they booted him out of there. So basically, Tupac is not going to be in Menace II Society. So my thing is,
thank goodness.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have been able to play Sharif. Like when you think about the type of person that Sharif was, I wasn't going to start necessarily with Sharif, but we're here because of Tupac. But when you think about the character that he plays, he's a new Muslim, excited to basically learn something new. And Sharif just wants to, he's so anxious to tell everybody like what he's learned. And like, so he's put like how Kane's grandparents were pushing the Bible on him. He's pushing Allah on all his friends. And they're like, man, if you don't shut the fuck up, man, like get that shit out of here.
Old dog
so like,
that nigga.
Yeah, Tupac could not be doing that, man.
You know what? The crazy part is, yes, he could.
I don't know, man. That scene when Harold got shot.
Listen, Tupac could have did that role, bro.
I don't know.
Cause he was already like in the sense of that. His stepfather was Muslim.
Yeah,
so
I know that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he already had that, you know what I'm saying, like in his vernacular and all that. Like he already had that in his mind. So I think the thing was at the time, and this is just my opinion. This ain't no factor, none of that. I don't got nothing to back this up. I'm just strictly going off of what I know about Tupac and what I'm thinking that, you know what I'm saying, could be at the time. At the time this happened, right? This is what, 1993. Tupac died in what, 94? No, Tupac died in 96.
No, 96.
Yeah, so
Biggie died in 98.
I think this is around the time he signed with Death Row, if I'm not mistaken.
Around that time.
right? So he got this image that he has to keep. You can't have Thug Life Tupac going around telling niggas "Salam alaikum, brother."
That's what I'm saying.
It's not gonna work.
Come on, Tupac sitting on the cooler,
Okay,
telling
when
them,
was
I'm trying to stop y'all from drinking this poison.
I'm trying to think, when did he get shot in the when did he get shot in the when did he shoot himself in the studio? When did Hit 'Em Up come out? 94?
Hit him up. Might have been like 93.
Hold on, let me see when Hit 'Em Up came out. But
so Tupac was shot in 94.
he was shot in 94?
Yeah, he was shot in 94.
That's the studio one, right?
Yes, shot 5
Okay,
times by
that's
2 men. Yeah, November
that's
30th, 94.
he shot 4 times because he shot himself. So yeah, that was 1994, right?
Yeah, that was 94.
All right, so okay, because he released "Hit 'Em Up" in 1996. That's what it's saying. What is that real? Anyway, damn, yeah, it was released in 1996. That's crazy. So anyway, he had this image, right? So I'm thinking that when he came out with, when this came out in 1993, I'm like, he just signed. I'm thinking that he just signed with Death Row. I'm about to see if that's when he signed with Death Row. So if that's the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he would have to keep that. No,
You could look at it this way.
Tupac was signed in 1995.
Yeah, but you know what it was? So he coming off of Juice in 92. You know what I'm saying? Playing Bishop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So while Juice is basically coming out now, this type of shit. So Menace II Society probably about to start filming around 92.
Right. So
So
he's still trying to be Bishop.
exactly. And
Okay.
then you
That
also
makes
got to
more
look
sense
at it
then.
like he looked at Sharif character kind of as, kind of like a punk. Like, why I gotta do this? You know what I mean?
Probably like a punk, but I think he was also looking at Sharif character like, nah, man, I grew up with this. I don't want to relive this.
Yeah, and then and then he. But the crazy thing is, look how so he don't do Minister Society in 92,
Right.
but so he probably ended up started film. I mean, he had to film Poetic Justice in 92 because it came out in 93. So what this means is he was gonna soften his image either way.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, if he didn't do Menace to Society, he probably wouldn't did Poetic Justice, or Poetic Justice just would have came out a year later. So we don't know exactly the timing and all of that. But I just wanted to mention that the fact that Tupac could have been the Sharif character, and it would have been a little weird seeing him as Sharif. But I mean, he could have pulled it off. I mean, he played a crooked cop and gang related, so you know what I mean. He was able to do that. So all right, man. Let's speak early Kane. So Kane is at his crib. You know what I'm saying? His dad's having a little party, and played by Samuel Jackson. You know what I'm saying? The great. And so I like what they did here because they did a scene and they recreated the scene later on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So Kane sneaks out his room, go outside with Parnell, and Parnell and and bruh man.
Yeah.
Man, bruh man was on the porch, man. You know what I'm saying? Bruh man from the 5th floor. He was on the porch with Parnell, and so he got him a little beer, showed him the gun, and so came on, put him in the house, and so that's that. But the all-time scene is Samuel like, yo, he said, man, been out what, 2 weeks? Got my money? I said, man, ain't got your money yet. The fuck you mean you ain't got my money? He said, nigga, I said I ain't got your money. I get to you when I feel like it. He said, he said, I tell your monkey ass I give you your money when I got it. He said, what you go? He said, you better get my money or else. He said, what you mean give your money or else? Hey, well, that shit's so funny now. But then he pulled the gun out on him. He said, nah. He said, fuck that shit. He said, pull that shit. He said, man, you suck my dick. Hey, boy, he shot him up, man, like about 5 times in the chest. AJ Johnson said, man, we do that for. He put the gun in him. He's like, you owe me money? He said, nah, but here you go.
Nah, but here you go. That shit's stupid.
That shit crazy, man. But it shows you that upbringing. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is your pops. You know what I'm saying? Who the one thing about his dad wasn't afraid of no work. He said his dad worked as an electrician, plumber, cab driver. Mm-hmm. So his dad would work, but his dad was smart by using all of that shit as a cover while he's selling drugs. So that showed Kane that, well, you at least got to be doing something out here. Now, but he also living with a drug addict, which was so crazy when he was narrating it, because it's like, he says that his mom will sometimes smoke it up before he can even sell it. And then he was like, and then he got to beat her up. It's like, so he's just saying this shit like it's acceptable. Like, that's what you do.
I mean, if he grew up in that, so to him, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know no different. And then also, they even had it in the, when she was going up there to tie her arm up, and she was talking to dude at the table, he was like, "This gonna send you to the moon," or whatever dude said. And then he said, Tat was like, "I bust her motherfucking head." So, like, you know what I'm saying? That even let you know, like, you know what I'm saying, the type of environment he was coming up in.
Yeah, man, that is definitely a crazy environment. So it's like this is what we call that term, product of my environment. Like, he literally grew up to be his parents. Well, his dad at least. And then
not necessarily, but yeah.
But Parnell, he had a lot of influence on him as well, because remember, he was probably 8 or 9 right there, and he said his dad died when he was 10.
Yeah.
And his he was supposed, then he went to his grandparents, and he was supposed to go to his mom, but she died of an overdose. Mm-hmm. So soon after that shit happened, you know what I'm saying, his pops was out of here and he was over at his grandparents' house.
Right.
So, you know, but then when you got you are already influenced by the streets, you know what I'm saying? Your homie is Parnell, and then you got your grandpa and grandma over here trying to push the Bible down your throat. You ain't trying to hear that shit, especially at that age. So, I mean, you kind of conflicted, like, because you basically living in 2 different realities, because it's like you come home and you hear the Bible verses in your head. Then you sitting here going to school, but you don't really care nothing about that. But you're also selling dope and you hanging with the homies. So it also shows you that how you could be conflicted in the hood too, because it's like everybody.
Go ahead, real quick.
I was just gonna say that everybody that live in the hood ain't hood.
You know that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
But it go to show you how much, you know what I'm saying, of those 2 worlds that he had a piece of. Because remember when he was narrating, he was saying like, yo, you know what I'm saying, half the time I was at school, half the time I was out there doing drugs. But it was like, shit. He said, he said, all the stuff that they teach us, I only learned half of it. But he was saying, like, and that was only because I was in school half the time. But the nigga still graduated. So it was like,
they passed that all through, man.
Yeah, like, it wasn't like the boy was stupid. It was just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he had seen what the other life could get him. You know what I'm saying? It could get you the money, it could get you the cars, it could get you the jewelry and everything else that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to want to get when you go out there into the workspace. You can get that now. The only difference is that should come with a price. And, you know what I'm saying, we see that later on in the movie.
Oh, but the ultimate price. So, but like you said, he actually ended up graduating from school, and then so they doing like a party. And dude, we got to talk about this, man. It's got to be said. So he rolled up in the party with his cousin Harold.
Was it Credit Robber?
Nah. We got to talk about Stacy, man.
Nah.
So he rolled up in the party with Harold, his cousin from Long Beach, and he's walking through the house, get to the back. You know what I'm saying? MC8 crap out. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the thing is, okay, hold on. We'll get into Stacy in a second. We get to Stacy in a second. So while he was there, before he got to Stacy, he goes to Old Dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Yo, why the fuck you keep showing everybody the tape?"
Real
So
quick.
now we got to talk about the robbery.
There you go. Yeah. So when the movie starts off with them with Kane and O-Dog going into the corner store. You know what I'm saying? We call it the corner store where I'm from. I don't know what everybody else call it, but it's called the corner store where I'm from. Other people, I know in New York and like New Jersey and all that shit, it's called a bodega. I don't know what it's called on the West Coast or in the South, but we call it the corner store where I'm from. So basically they went in there, you know what I'm saying, they was going to get a couple beers. Now
which is ironic that I'm guessing they didn't ask for ID in '93 because these dudes in
you could buy cigarettes for like your grandparents back then.
Yeah. I used to buy cigarettes. My aunt used to send me down to this place to get cigarettes out the vending machine joint.
Yeah.
Hey, but that tell you how old I am, boy, because
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, but the people that's listening to this are young, like a vending machine. Yeah, they used to have cigarettes in the vending machine.
Vending machine for cigarettes, facts.
Yeah. So
for sure. Like, so I know for a fact they wasn't IDing these niggas. They nobody care about no shit like that. So this movie, what I do like about this movie is it stays true to the culture of LA as well. It had, you know what I'm saying, the tension between the Asians and black people. It also showed you the tensions between the Hispanics and the black people as well. Also showed you the tension between the cops and black people. So it was as true to the black point of view as possible, you know what I'm saying, being in LA or being from LA. Or really just being black for that matter at the time anyway. So, you know what I'm saying, he was going to they went to the corner store or whatever. First thing, you know what I'm saying, they go to the back, going to get a beer. The Korean lady sitting right there, you know what I'm saying? She acted like first off, why was she dusting wine bottles? I don't understand that. But you know what I'm saying? She come back there with a duster, act like she dusted some shit off. She watching them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, dog, like, hey, man, we ain't about to steal nothing. You ain't got to come back here. So, you know what I'm saying? They get the beers they about to get, you know what I'm saying? My man Kane open one up. He about to, you know what I'm saying, start drinking it. The cashier, yo, you can't drink that before you pay for it. So, you know what I'm saying? Kane like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to pay for it, man. Relax. So they about to start walking up. The Korean lady right behind them, following them. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm like, bitch, you better get up on motherfucking nerve. That's my favorite part. So they get up there, whatever, Kane pay for it. Now, this is what I don't like. So Kane tell O-Dog, hey, man, give my change. O-Dog like, I got you, nigga. The Korean man didn't even want to get this nigga the change.
Yeah. Didn't want to get to him.
So he like, hey, man, give my homie his motherfucking change. Trying to rob us, nigga? Nah. So, you know what I'm saying? He get it. He talk about, just get out. Just get out. I don't want no problems. Well, if you don't want no problems, why don't you get that man his goddamn change?
Exactly.
I'd have shot the nigga just for that. I ain't gonna lie to you. He'd have got shot just for trying to keep my change. So, you know what I'm saying? They about to leave out. So, you know, O-Dog like, man, I'm sick of this. This is why I don't like coming in here, man. Y'all always acting funny. And then he said the wrong motherfucking thing. He said, I feel sorry for your mama. And now everybody know in the hood, bro, you don't talk about nobody mama. It's been all kind of countless fights, brawls, jumpings, all kind of stuff just because somebody says something about somebody's mama, man. You know, we know better than that. We don't talk about nobody's mama. So he said, you said, what about my mama? I don't want no problems. Nah, you did want problems because you're talking about that man mama. Pow, pow, he shoot that man. So once he shot him, now this is the thing where later on down the line, I seen the importance of them getting this shot in the movie. When O-Dog shoots, because they don't show O-Dog shooting them, they just show they just give you the background noise. Kane drops the beer.
Mm-hmm.
When Kane drops the beer, they show you the whole 40 falling and smashing on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The Korean lady screams or whatever. He goes to kill her. They get the tape, get the money out the man's pocket because they couldn't open the register. Boom, and they
No. No. He told Kane to open the register.
Mm-hmm.
Kane he does not know that this was a robbery. So he didn't open it. He's like, nigga, I told you to open the register. So he get it open, and it's $8 in there. No, $6.
Yeah.
And then he went through the pockets, found some money, but then he found the bulk of the money in the sock.
Mm-hmm. So he get the money, they get up out of there, drive off. Now, that's where the tape comes from. Continue.
So he's telling him, stop showing everybody the tape. He was like, man, quit worrying about it. Boom, boom, boom. Everything cool. So everybody asking for 40s. He go over there. Sharif is sitting there with a hood on, talking about his code. It came like, that's because you leaning on the damn cooler, man. Like, get out the cooler. He was like, man, he said, I'm trying to stop y'all from drinking this poison. I cannot see Tupac saying that, man.
I can. Y'all keep, man, listen. Y'all keep forgetting that Tupac made Brenda had a baby.
And the Hughes brothers directed that video.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all keep forgetting how conscious Tupac was.
He was, but it just
because you ain't the first person I heard say that. Because I forgot who was on Drink Champs. They talked about it then, where Tupac was supposed to do that role, and they was and Nori was like, "Man, I couldn't see Pac doing that." Yeah, y'all keep forgetting that Pac was also conscious as hell.
He was.
He made that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
He did. He definitely did. So he has one to Stacy. So he starts talking about Stacy, how him and Stacy grew up together. Stacy got into football, so he went to a different school. So he was always talking about going to Kansas. Okay. I know Bill Snyder was at Kansas State for a long time. Bill Snyder is a revered coach in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
But man, why did he want to go to Kansas so bad? Like, neither one of the football teams in Kansas were good. Like, the Jayhawks have been trash forever.
That ain't the point. The point was he was getting the fuck out of LA.
He was. And I'm sitting here.
And also, you also got to remember that nigga had like 7 kids, bro.
Yeah. Stacey had a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Man. And so this is the first time that we hear about Kansas. It won't be the last time we hear about Kansas. Like, what kills me about Stacy was the fact that, like, how he had all the kids and he sweated he was this player. And, like, it was just so funny. Like, his character, like, it's more important than people think because, like, the whole story wouldn't even make sense if Stacy wasn't in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to know, was it just a situation to where Stacy was just the excuse to get out of there? Or was Stacy trying to have all these people living in his dorm room? Like I don't know if it was just like, was he taking all his kids with him? Like, was he? It's like, dude, these are the questions that I got as a grown up.
Well, see, this is the thing. Now, this is what I caught on to. Remember when Sharif and Mr. Butler was in the room talking, they kept talking about the Kansas trip. So they wasn't gonna stay in Kansas with him. They was just gonna go there with him just to see what it was like. So I don't think he was going to stay in Kansas. I think it was a trial run. Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest thing was that I think that they wanted. I think it was two things. I think that they didn't want Stacy to have to be out there by herself. Exactly. Yeah.
But I also believe that they was looking at it like Stacy is also a reason to get out. So that not only are we leaving him alone, but what are we really leaving behind? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because the environment that we're in, we only really gonna end up in two places. Even Sharif being, and even Sharif being, a changed man, and he found ally, but he still was with Kane, and he got beat up, and he got sent to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? When they got pulled over by the cops. So even though he was on the right path, he still was black in America in LA. So it really didn't matter.
Right.
So that was the whole thing about Kansas. So we definitely gonna get back to Kansas. But so they leave, and Harold and Kane they together, but MC8 got to get gas. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I ain't gonna disrespect him like that.
Wax.
Wax. So Wax like, yo, I gotta get gas. Oh, girl, like, man, why the hell you didn't fill up before we got here? so they go get the gas. They pull up, and Harold's getting carjacked. So he like, hey, I ain't going out like this, man. Just get out the car. So old dude didn't even give him a chance to pull his weapon. Blast Kane, blast Harold, throw Harold out the car. So then he dips out. So Kane took one in the shoulder. And this is another thing where it was like, look, maybe I understand what you're saying, but it just would have been like, because the thing is, everybody pretty much went to Kane except Sharif. Sharif went, and Harold was laying in the street. He's like, yo, we can't leave him like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yo, he did. You know what I'm saying? We got to take Kane to the hospital. He's like, man, you staying? He's like, I'm staying. So he stayed there with Harold while they take Kane to the hospital. And it was just like, one thing that Kane says, and just like when they left the store, when he was narrating when they left the store, he was like, things is crazy in the hood like that sometimes. We just went to buy a beer. Mm-hmm. Now I'm an accessory to murder and armed robbery. He was like, that's just how crazy. Yeah, he was like, so that's just how crazy things are in the hood. Mm-hmm. Y'all just rolling down the street, dude pull up on your BM, kill your cousin, shoot you, boom, like that quick. Y'all were just going to get something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just leaving the party to get something to eat, and you get carjacked and you get shot. Like that's just how crazy the hood could be sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, to me, man, that's why I think this movie was so important, and you know what I'm saying, why it was heralded as you know what I'm saying, such a classic, because it encapsulated, you know what I'm saying, it literally encapsulated the time. Like, to me, this goes up there with like what's the oh my god, I can't think of the title of it. It got the movie with Rappaport, Ice Cube, Busta Rhymes.
Higher Learning.
It's like Higher Learning, Boys in the Hood, Menace II Society. The Wood is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it encapsulates that time period. And then not even just that time period, just what was going on in that specific area in that time period. Like, it even showed you, like, in the beginning, or not even in the beginning, but like around this time in the movie, it even showed you when Watts was going through the riots in '69. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the
oh no, that was the Watts. Remember, Watts got 2 riots.
No,
they
I
got
know.
riots in the 90s
I'm
too.
saying, but in the movie, it was showing you the Watts riots in '69. It specifically put it on there on the thing. It said Watts '69. So it was letting you know, like, what was already going on. Then, of course, you know what I'm saying, in '92, the riots happened again. Because I think after a while, it kind of shifted to '92, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So it might have been. I'm not sure. I just remember seeing Watch 1969, and that was going on because that's when they had that's when they was talking about his mom and his dad. Mm-hmm. So which don't make no sense, because if this nigga was, never mind.
No, they said that when they showed his dad and his mom, it said it was in the 70s.
So this nigga was born in 70 something. Or late, he had to be born in the late 70s.
Well, if he graduated in 90, if he graduated in 93, my sister was supposed to graduate in 95, and she was born in 77.
Okay.
So but that mean, hold on, no, it don't make sense. Because if they said, I wonder, did they say the 70s or did they say 1970? Because the numbers don't add up.
No, I don't think they said specifically 1970. I know for the riot thing that they showed, it was 69. 70s. So it was possibly the 70s at that time.
Okay.
But what I'm saying was just like the way it just encapsulated what was going on at the time. Like, the only thing it didn't get into for real was just the gang life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But like, even for them to go into, after the cops beat Sharif and Kane up, they take them to the neighborhood with the Vatos and drop them off. Mm-hmm. Like, You know what I'm saying? Just it just go to show you just how excuse me, how dangerous it was at that time. Like they already was getting into it with the cops. Like you said, like, yo, sometimes the cops, they ride up on you, pull you over for nothing, or they just ride behind you and turn. You know what I'm saying? They was always on our ass. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like they would even get them out their car, you know what I'm saying, handcuff them, throw them in the back seat, beat up on them, and then, you know what I'm saying, take them and drop them off in the Mexican neighborhood. Like, because they know, like, you know what I'm saying, Mexicans and the blacks didn't get along. So, you know what I'm saying, luckily, them Mexicans was cool, you know what I'm saying, and they was like, you know what I'm saying, let's take them to the hospital because it could have went real bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They just happened to see them already beat up, and he was lucky enough to take them to the hospital. Another thing I took from this movie was Kane had the worst luck. This is really a movie about a dude with the worst luck. This nigga got shot twice.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga done went to jail twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then this nigga got kicked out. This nigga this nigga got kicked out of spot. This nigga was
this dude
boning.
got a girl pregnant with a condom on.
Oh, I ain't even get there yet. That nigga was boning his OG's girl.
Hold on, man. Hold up, man. Don't do that.
What? That's what it was, bro.
Dude, listen. First of all, how old is Jada Pinkett Smith in this joint, man?
Hey, listen, that's
because Kane is 18.
Right.
Yo.
A fresh 18.
Yeah, fresh, like literally just graduated high school.
Yeah.
And
he was eager to be up on them.
Because if she's around the age of Parnell, like when he went outside when he was like 8, 9 years old, this dude was
I mean, Purnell had to be around 18, 19.
Yeah.
So she got at least 10 years on him.
Yeah.
And somehow art imitates life, man. Somehow art imitates life.
Hey.
So Tyron Turner was August Alsina this whole time. How amazing, man. How amazing.
Oh, man. Okay. I knew we were going to do it. Oh, man. So yeah. But, okay. So, since we're there, let's be there. So, this woman is Parnell's girl. You know what I'm saying? And baby mom's. Well, this is the thing. He still viewed her as that. He still viewed running.
He don't count. His view don't count.
Well, you know, because it wasn't that type of relationship in the beginning. It was more of he looked out for me as a kid. And,
you're talking about Kane viewed her as that. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Because he looked at it like he's looking after her son, and he's looking after her because Parnell took care of him when he was a kid. And the prison scene when he went to see him, we'll get to that a little later. So I won't get into the details.
But that was the honorable thing to do, and that was dope of him to do that too. Just the fact that you know what I'm saying, he made sure he was taking care of them and looking out for him. That was dope.
Well, I mean, we can go ahead and do that because I mean we 40 minutes in. So basically he went. Well, Ronnie was basically really telling him bye because they was getting ready to leave. And Kane kind of made the decision, but he was still kind of on the ropes because after he got beat up by the cops, she told him that she got a job opportunity in Atlanta.
Right.
And he's like, congratulations, boom, boom, boom. So she's like, well, I was hoping that you would come with us. And he was like, yo, what's the point? It's still in America. I'm still going to be black.
Yeah,
what's the difference?
He was on the fence until she threw him that thing.
Well, honestly, it was more of when you ain't got nothing to do, you're stuck in the hospital.
Man, don't you lie like that.
Man, I'm just saying, dude. He said he sat there and said, yo, I got a lot. I was just sitting here thinking, like, what is there really left for me? You know what I mean? And I got
Man,
shot.
we both
Dude,
both
listen,
know why he went to Atlanta.
true, but listen, he done got shot. He done got beat up by the cops.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He go eat that jail food. He's throwing up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like what else is really left for him? So they went to see him. He really only say a few words to Ronnie, like, how you doing? Fine. How's the boy? Fine. Let me talk to Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then he totally love her, but that's that jailhouse shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta get that out there. So basically he tells Kane, like, go with Ronnie. He was like, nah, I ain't even like that, even though I just smashed last night, but it ain't like that, man. It ain't
Right.
like that. But he's like, because he had so much respect for him. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
one thing about like those type of relationships, like between men, because his father died early. And he
Yeah.
looked at Cornell as a father and he told him,
Yeah. I
like,
looked at
he
you like
was
a
like,
dad.
yeah, I looked at you like my dad. And he told Kane to go with Ronnie. She's a good woman. And raise that boy better than I raised you. And show
Also,
him
he
that the
told
light.
him. Also, he told him that she already told me how she feel about you.
Yeah. He was like, I know how she feels about
Yeah.
you. And that's also an honorable thing to her. But also, you
Right.
also got to look at the reality. You got life without parole, my guy.
Yeah. It's a wrap.
I mean, now, don't get me wrong. It's still the honorable thing to do, but it still takes a man to say this. Like a dude that you semi-raised and you like, yo, I want you to raise my son, but raise him better than the things that I taught you. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I know that you about to be smashing a woman that I guess we could say he loved her. I mean, we don't really know their relationship.
Yeah. They ain't really dive too much into it.
Yeah, we don't know if it was just like, what I'm saying, his number one or his number two. Like, we don't know like
Mm-hmm.
how tight they really was. If this was just a situation where they was smashing, he got her pregnant, and so we really don't know how cool they was. But Kane was loyal to him.
Mm-hmm.
He was loyal to him. He always left for money. He always looked after the little man. So, but it was the honorable thing to do. Now, you still have to. The thing about people that's doing a lot of time is accepting the fact that you're doing this time.
Right.
And I think that Parnell got to the point where he's accepted the fact of I'm never getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather her be with somebody like you than to just be with anybody and not just anybody raising my son, but somebody
Exactly.
like you.
Exactly.
And that it takes a man to do that, man.
Yeah, that's true, man. Also, man, you know what I'm saying? Like just the fact that he was able to finally come to, you know what I'm saying, that realization that, yo, if I do stay here, it's gonna be some bullshit. So let me leave. Let me go actually take a chance and see what's actually out there for me. I'm glad that he actually did that because I feel like if he didn't, you know what I'm saying, the worst of the worst would have came along. You know what I'm saying? He could have possibly been in there with Pernell. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he
Or
was
not,
on his way.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like not even that, just you know what I'm saying? Like just anything could have happened. I mean, of course, later on down the line, we see that he gets shot. We do got to talk about that ending though, because I hate that ending.
Oh,
But you know what I'm saying? Like just the, you know what I'm saying, just the fact, like, think about if he would have said earlier when she asked him at the hospital, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying, leaving, and he was like, yeah, shit, Sharif could have still been alive. You know what I'm saying? He would have never got shot. Like all kind of shit could have happened. Also, like I said, I'm mad about this movie. One thing I don't like about this movie is they had too many like after school special moments. So like the moment when, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Butler was in there talking to him and he was like, you know what I'm saying, the hunt is on and you're the prey. And he was going through all that and he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Mr. Butler. And then shit like that. Or like when his grandfather was in there talking to him and he was like, he told that grown ass man that he was bad. he was like, he was like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I can't have you live one more night in my house, not like this. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? He just looked up with the sad face, looked at his grandma, and you know what I'm saying, just walked out. Like all of them moments where it was like after every one of them scenes, I was waiting for the star to shoot with the rainbow. Like the more you know what I'm saying? Like one of
This
them moments
guy,
to happen, bro. Like for real.
look,
But I mean, like, yeah,
while we on Mr. Butler,
yeah.
one of my favorite parts, little small scene though, little small
Mhm.
scene. So when they had the cookout, which you mentioned a few times,
Yeah.
so they had the cookout. Mr. Butler come up, and everybody's talking to him about Sharif. Like, you know, Sharif is killing us. He on us all the time. But anyway, so he's like, he comes up. He's like, man, this food smell good.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I know all the food ain't gone, is it? And then old dog like, hey Keisha, fix Mr. Butler a plate. So
Yeah.
they conversate, small talk. So then Mr. Butler like, it's taking that plate a while to get. He said, hey, Keisha, bring Mr. Butler's motherfucking plate.
That shit's stupid, man.
Hey, boy, that was all time, but
now, like, you know what I'm saying? The dope thing about that, bro, is like everybody can relate to, you know what I'm saying, those kind of scenes in the movie. Like, I remember when we used to have barbecues like that. Like, we used to actually have barbecues at parks and everything like that, too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember them days when, you know what I'm saying? And the dope part about it was, like, they was playing old school music. So, like, you know what I'm saying? They was playing funk music, bro.
that's my point. You just I'm glad you brought this up because I
Yeah.
almost forgot. So when they found out where the dudes hang out at that stole Jack Harold killed Harold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one funny thing about that is the part where they're on their way there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, hey, I ain't killing no kids and I ain't killing no old people. He's
Yeah.
like, man, he said it's 12 o'clock, man. The old people gonna be out here. He's like, man, I'm just saying. He's like, look, man, you like a real bitch right now. He said, this nigga shot your motherfucking cousin. And he was like, so they going back and forth. And MCA like, man, both of y'all shut the fuck up. Man, both of y'all sound like some bitches. But this is the funny part, though.
They give me my blunt back.
Yeah, he didn't give me my blood back. But the funny part is the two dudes trying to get free food.
Oh, trying to get free hot dogs, bro.
Hey, at the end of the day, he said, hey, man, won't you hook up? She said, man, I'm tired of hooking y'all up. Hey, she said, what y'all brother niggas go get a job? Hey, these dudes robbing and they broke.
This nigga said, man, my mama got a whole he said, my mama got a whole pot of chillings at the house. We can just go there.
He said, man, she said, just go to your mama's then.
Man,
so anyway, hey,
chitlins? Hell no.
That's the all-time part, though. And this is what I did not know. I done seen this movie, I don't know, 50 times.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized when they pull up to that damn joint that they had, these motherfuckers listening to Al Green. Like,
that's what I said, bro. Them niggas was listening to old school music throughout the whole movie, bro. It was no rap music being played.
Well, it was. Stacy was listening to some rap music.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he was like, that gets no play in my ride. He had that Public Enemy tape.
Man, he was in that. Man, that boy said, "You punk Irish F word," and then he said something about
that song was.
That song was nuts.
That song was wild, bro.
He was talking about something about how he looked like a girl from the back or something. Man, I was like, "Whoa!"
Hey, I'm not quoting nothing from. All I know is that song was wild, bro. And then so you know when I watch movies with the captions.
Yeah.
So I seen the lyrics come up on the screen, and I was like, "Pause."
Pause.
Yeah,
like,
pause, nigga. That's not right.
That it was not right. I just thought it was funny. Y'all about to go commit, in movie terms of 187, and y'all listening to Al Green.
Man,
like what is going on here?
Nah, before we wrap up though, bro, let's talk about this ending, man.
Hold on. Okay, so you said you had to be for the ending. So I'm gonna pull us to the ending.
Okay.
Right. So they're having a going away party for Ronnie. You know, and this is when he, you know what I'm saying, he get the skins and run. Wait a minute. No, he didn't hit before he went to see Parnell. He hit after.
Right. No,
so,
that's not true.
Hold on, wait a minute. The party.
No, they went after.
Yeah, it was after. Okay, yeah, you're right. So anyway, so he smashed. And Chauncey, man, I don't know what's up with Chauncey, man.
Chauncey, hating ass old nigga, bro.
Yeah, but we got to mention one part about Chauncey before we get to this part. So earlier on, Chauncey knocked out. Chauncey knocked out. So Too Short wake him up. Somebody at the door. He go to the door. Fuck you want, nigga? He was like, he said, didn't I tell you not to come to this motherfucker? He said, didn't I tell you not to come to this motherfucker? He said, well, you told me to come at 1 o'clock. He said, shit, I don't get out of bed at 2.
No, he said, shit. He said, nigga, I don't get out of bed till 2:30.
Yeah, he was like, man, he said, what you need? And so he's showing the car he needs. And so he's like, all right, come back around by 10:30. He said, you mean 10:30 tonight? He said, what? You can't come to this motherfucking neighborhood at night, nigga? That joke was so funny.
Hey, bro, Clifton Powell, hilarious. Bro.
Hey, all time. Okay, so Chauncey just, pushing up on Ronnie hard. Like everybody, like, damn, like, man, what's really wrong with this fool, man? Like he really tripping tonight. So Kane done had it. Kane get the peach from old dog.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. You got to set this thing up right. First, before all this happened, Kane they all outside on the porch. Now this is where the reenactment. Yep, this is where the reenactment happened. What's the little man's name? Anthony. Anthony come outside, you know what I'm saying? He basically asking to drink some beer or whatever. Kane like, nah, he can't do that. So she catch him, Ronnie catch him, tell him to take his little ass in the house. She like, I need to talk to you. So, you know what I'm saying? My nigga get up, Kane get up, he walked through. Old dog like, man, she got this nigga wearing panties. You know how niggas clown their boys, man.
Hey, which he shouldn't be clowning, because we ain't see him with a girl not one time in this whole fucking movie. And they clown him about that.
Definitely ain't seen him with no bras.
Because they told him, he was like, man, he said, I'm trying to get in on this game. They said, why don't you go over there and talk to some girls, man?
I got an interesting point, too. I got a real interesting point after this. So, yeah, so they go into the bedroom, they talking. She like, so are you going to leave with me to go to Atlanta or what? So they basically, you know what I'm saying, getting into it. She kiss him. He like, nah, man, this shit ain't cool. And then, you know what I'm saying, he was about to leave out. She blocked him. He ain't really running no interference on that. And then, you know what I'm saying, they get in the bed, you know what I'm saying, Pound Town. Then after that happened, she done changed her clothes up, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Stacy, you know what I'm saying? He watching my nigga, he like, yeah. He said, you was in there knocking the line and that.
Hey, and then he said, well, stay out of my business, Stacy.
Yeah. So when that happened, you know what I'm saying, they had the party or whatever. This nigga, you know what I'm saying, he on the couch, Chauncey on the couch talking to a girl. He like, yeah, we went to the Lakers game. That's where we was at last night. That's where I was confused at, because I thought that was the girl. Apparently it wasn't. So
he crawled through it like a dog.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, here come Ronnie. He get to walking up, you know what I'm saying, hugging up on her. So then he's like, yeah, you know, give me a little kiss. She like, absolutely not, nigga, get up off me. So then they start going at it. My nigga Kane was like, man, got me fucked up. You ain't about to mess my shit up. Hey, dog, you got your pistol on? He like, yeah. He said, let me see it. So he was like, man, wait, let me see it. So he take the clip out that motherfucker. He walked right up on Chauncey. Bow! Pistol whip this nigga. So they carry him to the back in the bedroom, and then bitch ass Chauncey snitched on these niggas with the tape.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So they go, old dude watching the TV.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, the dude whooping his ass. Hey, man, this kind of like I came with whooping your ass last night. he said, yeah, nigga. He ain't gonna be laughing though. When the cops get the hold of this tape, he was like, man, Fuck all that. He said, man, the way the dude whooping his ass, he said, man, if you was on the TV, this I can't whoop your ass. He was like, fuck Kane, nigga. He done smacked something off the table. And
Yeah.
that's where you get the snitching. It's just like, because you get your ass whooped by Kane when you know you was in the wrong. Now you gonna snitch on not just him, but you snitching on old dog too.
Yep.
All because you got cop blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like but like I say,
she already had some cock.
Yeah, and it's like that's how crazy things are in the hood because
that's a fact.
When he went to jail, and the famous scene we talked about, you know what I'm saying, with Bill Duke. You know what I'm saying? You know you done fucked up, right?
You know you done fucked up, don't you?
That's the whole glass. When he dropped the beer, they got his fingerprints from there, but they didn't have the tape, so they couldn't do nothing to him.
Yeah.
But now Chauncey now snitched on him, now turned the tape, but at the end of the day, he told old dog, stop showing people the damn tape.
Well, this is where it's all fucked up because all that shit didn't even matter. What truly mattered was the fact that this nigga leaving to go to Atlanta, get kicked out the house. Okay.
Well, before he even get in the house, why though? Yeah.
Before he even get in the house, this chick cousin pop up. Now the chick is the chick from the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? My nigga, he just got a brand new 5.0 green with the gold D's. You know what I'm saying? Nice stereo system. My man was riding clean. You hear me? Stopped the old girl in her tracks. He seen her from afar, popped up on her. You know what I'm saying? She said, "You in my way." He said, "You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I tend to do that." She said, "Do what? Get in my way?" He said, "Yeah." Next thing you know, my man got the digits. Let her free. You know what I'm saying? Banged her out. You know what I'm saying? Lied to Sharif, said he wore a condom. Obviously, he didn't. Because she called him and said, "I'm pregnant." He said, "It ain't mine." And then, you know what I'm saying? She sent her cousin over there. Now, when she sent her cousin over there, her cousin didn't know that you're supposed to always be on guard. You can't just go over there being tough. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what his name was. He ain't got no name. Buster ass Samuel Monroe Jr. You know what I'm saying? He went over there being the buster that he always is on film. And yeah, man. So after that happened, he get beat up in front of his grandparents' house. His granddaddy ain't like that shit. Told him to get in the house. And then after he told him to get in the house, he called him bad, kicked that man out. His grandma was trying to help him, but you know what I'm saying? This the one grandma couldn't help with. So finally, after all that happened, they packing everything up. Now, this is also a famous scene in the movie as well. Now it's been a famous scene thanks to TikTok. When they moving everything around, you know what I'm saying? Oh, dog, like, man, if you leave with that girl, man, you know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing but a punk, man. You you know, he trying to
they call him a sellout, man.
Yeah, sellout. So she threw the bag at him, made sure she, you know what I'm saying? She walked to the door, closed the door. And they get to talking or whatever. And he like, you know, so I'm thinking about telling my grandparents bye, blah, blah, blah. So the part in the scene is she be like, I need you to help me move these. No, she said, I need you to get to moving some of these boxes out. And he was like, you keep talking to me like that, I ain't gonna move nothing. And then she said, you ain't gonna move what? That's a scene on TikTok that they always been using now. So just to let y'all know, that's from Menace II Society. If y'all see that on TikTok or Instagram. So he going outside, you know what I'm saying? He talking to his boys as they loading up the van. Elena's cousin, you know what I'm saying? He tell her like, nah, I got to handle my business. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I do. I got to get my get back. So, you know what I'm saying? He hop off the porch. He loped to the car. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what he did. He definitely loped to the car. He get in the car, you know what I'm saying? They about to ride out on these fools. So, every day, you know what I'm saying? They showing them loading up all the straps, you know what I'm saying? Making sure all the bullets is in there. And then, you know what I'm saying? Show the drive-by. Kane go, you know what I'm saying, jump on Anthony, make sure he's straight. He, you know what I'm saying, he cover him up. Sharif gets shot up. O-Dog just starts shooting. And then Stacy was in there with Ronnie. So basically Stacy, you know what I'm saying, tackled Ronnie to the ground, covered her up, make sure she was good. Now, Anthony was alive. Sharif is dead. Kane is shot up again. But what we don't know is what the hell happened afterwards. Now we've heard interviews about when, you know what I'm saying, they had the different endings and all the other stuff. So we've already heard all that. And you know what I'm saying, you can go check them interviews out. But my thing is, why didn't they give us the classic 80s, you know what I'm saying? Sharif, you know what I'm saying, died and da-da-da. Mr. Butler was mad. Old Dog went on to go to jail and da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Kane survived, and then him and Ronnie lived happily ever after. You know what I'm saying? Like Stacy made it to Kansas Jayhawks team. You know what I'm saying? He ended up going to the NFL to play for the Vikings. Like, why didn't they give us, you know what I'm saying, the end of it, man?
Okay, I see that. I thought for some odd reason I thought you was gonna like. I thought you was about to beef with the whole Stacy scene of like, you know, patting his face and trying to,
No,
revive
no,
this
no.
dude.
I
I
was more
thought you
so
had a
mad
beef
at
with
Old
that.
Dog because Old Dog he was so lost, and Stacy like, nigga, go get some fucking help.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah, I would have liked to know what ended up happening with everybody. We did not get I was about to say the finished product, but like
Right.
we didn't get like the details of what really happened, even though it's a fictional story. It's not, I mean,
Yeah.
enough. It's not real, but I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to know what would have happened with everybody. Like all we really got is Kane died,
Mm-hmm.
Sharif died, and O'Dog went to
Well, we
jail.
don't even know if Kane was dead.
He was dead. He said he was dead. I mean,
When?
I know during the narration, he was like, my grandfather told me once if I cared if I lived or died. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, I didn't. He said, I don't know. He said, but now I know I do, and now it's too late. I mean, I know he's dead, and you can't narrate the story when he's dead, but I'm
Nah,
saying,
I just don't think that's well. I guess you could say that he died. That's assuming he died, but I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, go off of that. Okay, so that make more sense now. Okay,
yeah, like in
I'm
the
cool with that.
narration, he said that he had died.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, obviously we left a lot of stuff out. We didn't do everything. I mean, we didn't do the famous scene of what I'm saying, after he got the car, he was like, I need some Dayton's and I don't want to pay for them.
Oh
And the
man,
dude pulled up in the
give me a
drive through.
give me a double burger with cheese.
Give me a double burger with cheese. That boy said, hey,
No, he
he said,
said, what you want, man?
he,
He said, nigga, you know what I want. I want your Dayton's and I want your sound system. And give
he
me
was
a
like, why
double
you
burger
in
with
it?
cheese, nigga.
He
I'm
said, why?
hungry.
He said, he said, he said, he
No, he
said, yeah.
said,
He said, can I
go
get a
ahead.
double burger and some fries?
And
He
some
said,
fries.
he said, he said, nigga, I said I wanted cheese. He said, man, he had like cheese added like $50 to that
No,
burger.
he was so stressed out about that though. No, the best part when he be like, come on, man. We supposed to be brothers. We supposed to be brothers.
Brothers.
You trying to be smart? You know what? Give me a double burger with cheese, nigga. Now I'm hungry. That shit was funny, bro.
Hey, but it was the all time, but it was the
Yeah.
all time. And then he's going down the street listening to Roger and Zap Computer Love.
On
Yo,
Dayton's though, huh?
on Dayton's, man. I'm telling you, like this movie's a
Yeah.
classic, people.
Hey,
Classic.
listen, just to let y'all know, man, the West Coast stole from us. Nah, nah, they made it hot though. Shout out to the Dayton's, shout out to Roger and Zach. You know what I'm saying? Hometown things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So yeah, bro. You ready for Fire Flames?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
All right, man. Real quick, for anybody that don't know, man, if you're new to this, Fire Flames is basically how we rate each movie or television show that we review. 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, and yes, we use the fire emoji. So go ahead, bro. You up, man?
I'm up first. All right. Like I said, hood classic. Been watching this movie for years. Casting was good. Actually, I mean, it was great. I mean, you look at, how some of these careers turned out.
Mm-hmm.
The Hughes brothers had a relationship with Lorenz Tate. I mean, dude, these dudes did Menace II Society, Dead Presidents. Dude, they did From Hell. Now, a lot of people might not know what From Hell is. It's a great movie. Johnny Depp, Heather Graham. It was about Jack the Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That movie ended up being really dope. They did the Book of Eli, my guy. So they got a strong little filmography there. But for what this movie was about and for what it did to the culture, the quotable lines, like I only did a few of them. I mean, I ain't even really get into it. And the messages that were there. Now you did open me up to something I never thought before.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you got me thinking, did she still go to Atlanta? Did Sharif
Right.
still go to Kansas? Because I mean, those are traumatic deaths. Those are life changing deaths. Like these people were tight. Like they was really like a family. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so for these people to just die the way that they died, like did they still continue to do those things? But even with that, I'm gonna give it a 4.5, man. I mean, this movie is just one of those hood class. I mean, dude, this not no horror movie. The
Right.
makeup was tremendous. I mean, this shit looked like real bullet holes. Like the blood looked real in this. Like even those small things of like even really, I mean, this is just how we dressed back then. Like even like when they were like, you'll see them pull a gun out of their pocket or whatever, and you'll see
Right.
how the belt don't even fit the jeans because the jeans are too big and they ain't on the hoops. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
but they had everything down to detail, but so like even the makeup and the costumes in this joint, man, was right on point. I love the little history lesson they gave us showing the watch from the 60s. Man, I'm gonna give it a 4.5, man.
For sure, man. I'm with you, man. The cast was dope as hell. The story in itself was fire. Just the fact that this was all from one character's point of view, even though you kind of got a little bit from every character in it. But like I said, man, it encapsulated the time. It encapsulated the area of LA in that time as well. I thought that was genius. The writing, the production, the filmography, the cinematography of it all, it was all great. But like I said, the ending, man, that's what I had beef with. The ending, it just left too much on the table for me. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
Cool. I ain't mad at it. Now, I do got to mention something while we here.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned something, and I think I know where you was going, but I also got a little something else to go along with
Oh,
it.
I
Oh,
forgot
dog.
about Old Dog.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I think your
I do
point. I
not
think
last.
you was gonna say that he was a virgin, and he ain't had none.
Mm-mm,
That's not what you was gonna say.
mm-mm.
Okay, well let me say this. Then you say it. So the whole girl thing. I just figured that because old dog was still a minor, so he had to be 16, 17 years old.
He's
So
definitely
I
17.
So I figured that the reason we never really seen him push up on a girl like that is
Mm-hmm.
because as hard as he was, I think he was still kind of afraid, you know what I'm saying, to smash something. Now, old dog, now I did a podcast on 28 Minutes or Less
Mm-hmm.
entitled The Hardest Character.
Right.
Now, it was a thing going on social media, and they were saying who do they think is the hardest character? It had old dog, it had Doughboy, who was the other ones? Nino Brown.
Yeah, Tony Montana too, didn't you?
No, Bishop. It was those four characters. And I said, O Dog, hands down.
Yeah.
O Dog was a complete menace to society. He had no calculation to his madness. Cause like I said, like Doughboy, he was just at the end of the day, he was just protective. Like
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't really trying to be hard. Nino Brown was a straight up snitch, and like if he didn't have people around him, he was really a bitch at the end of the day. And like
Right.
I said, Bishop was just jealous. That's all that was. He
Mm-hmm.
got a gun in his hand and he just turned to, you know what I'm saying, to kill all of a sudden. O-Dog was just completely crazy. I mean, the whole scene of him.
Also,
like,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. We got to revisit that whole Bishop thing. How many bullets did that nigga have in the revolver, bro?
yeah, but that dude shot that gun 27 times, my God. And it's only 6
That
in the
motherfucker only
chamber.
had 6 shots. Well, go ahead. I just thought, I'm sorry, that just came to my mind. I had to get that out of my head, bro. That's crazy, bro. I just thought about that, like, bro, this nigga killed 87 people with a 6-bullet revolver, bro.
Not even that. I'm laughing at the part where he was chasing after Q.
Mm-hmm.
He shot that gun like 17 times, man. He
That's what I'm
never
saying.
reloaded.
And you never seen him
reloaded.
No, you never seen him reload through the whole movie. You never seen him load it up. This nigga had a machine gun revolver, bro.
He had a revolver with a clip.
And it had an extendo on it, bro. What the fuck, man?
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's
Okay. So but in every hood, there's always, I don't care what it is. I named the one we had. Man, ours was Claire Roof. Would do anything, you know what I'm saying, for some drugs. And he shoots the neighborhood crackhead because he offered him a cheeseburger. He didn't want him. So then he offered him the ultimate gift.
Yeah.
He said, man, I'll suck your dick. He said, man, you'll do what?
I'm
He
glad
said,
you
man,
brought
I'll
that part
suck
up.
your dick.
I'm glad you
He
brought
done
that
shot
part up.
He done shot my man. And MC8 and them like, stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, they was so unfazed at the fact that he shot the base head, bro.
Yeah.
But
So what was your theory?
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that part up, right? After watching this movie now through the lens of 2021, I think O-Dog was gay.
I mean, look, he got really offended, dude. And this is what I'm saying.
He never talked to girls. Yep. Even when they said, man, go talk to a girl or something, all he did was tell old girl to get up.
Yep.
He got super emotional when Kane was leaving. And then when the crackhead asked him, you know what I'm saying, to top him off, he was like, hold on, what? That right there was like, hey, but this nigga gay. He just can't come out the closet.
That is a good theory, man.
I'm just saying. I don't know for sure. But
he said that Kane is pussy whipped. And it's like, okay, well, you know, that's what a lot of dudes do when they get pussy. You know, you gotta do things that you don't normally do. And then he called him a sellout.
Yeah. All because he was leaving to Atlanta. Man, look at it. Look at his hairstyle.
I mean, I don't know, man. That was kind of popular in the early 90s.
Bro, no, they wasn't.
Dude, man, my dude.
They didn't get them until O-Dog had them. You know who had them in the 90s? Whoopi Goldberg.
She did. You want to know who else had them?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
And what's his name? Kale from Good Burger, man.
Nigga, that was a wig, man. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. That and Kale's didn't look like that.
Nah.
This nigga damn near had barrettes in this shit. I'm just saying.
I mean,
boy could have been gay.
It's a theory. It is a theory. I never thought about it that way. I just thought that the dude was just a virgin. And he just never had none, and he didn't know the power of pussy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I couldn't see. I don't see the character of O-Dog being a virgin.
I don't know, man. It just seemed like he just wasn't really trying to get with no girls, man, throughout the whole film.
You never seen him talking to a girl or nothing.
And then
every girl he interacted with, he had beef with them.
Every single one of them.
That's all I'm saying.
Every single one of them. And then why you so obsessed with watching yourself shoot somebody on tape, man? Like
then when he was like, when she was like, don't be drinking up all the beer. Save some for everybody else. He was like, man, everybody else is Kane. She was like, yeah, nigga, and you ain't Kane. He walked off like, so? Like, yeah, nigga's gay, man. So just a theory though.
Wow.
That's just a theory.
Okay.
We never know.
Okay. Well, look, man, that's why we gotta get Lorenz Tate on the horn, man.
Yeah, we got to talk to Lorenz Tate, see if he knows anything about that, man. Lorenz Tate, if you out there, man, hit us up. Hit up Viewers Anonymous, man. We would really love to interview you and see what you think about this theory. Yeah, man, let's do Coming Soon, man.
All right.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
A little technical difficulty there. Yeah, man. So next up, Friday, we got American Beauty, man. It came out in what did it come out in 96?
99.
Oh,
Should be
99.
99.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening. I ain't heard that name in a minute. And it has some other familiar names, but mainly
What's that?
Kevin Spacey.
What's her name?
Mina Savari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, people, don't cancel us. We know that Kevin Spacey is kind of canceled out here in these
I ain't
streets.
gonna lie to you. That don't got shit to do with us. That's white people business.
Hey, this movie, like,
This also might be art imitating life.
I'm telling you, this is a weirdo movie, my guy. Like,
man, listen, no, I'm gonna tell you my favorite part of this whole movie though. When this nigga decided in his midlife crisis that he was gonna start working out and smoking weed, that sent his wife over the fucking edge, bro.
Hey, but that joke was all time, but and then he just hear through the grapevine that his daughter's high school friend thinks that he's sexy. So now he's like, his whole objective is like, first of all, he's daydreaming about this girl, and then his whole objective is the banger, my God. Like that's what he's doing through the whole movie, and then he got the opportunity. Did she say I'm a virgin? Oh man.
And that broke
this movie's nuts, man. This movie is nuts. We gonna have some fun.
The wife is banging her boss. Like, it's all kind of crazy shit going on in this movie. I still don't know what this movie is about to this day. And I've watched this movie multiple times.
Yo, my man is filming a bag and says it's the most beautiful thing he ever seen, a bag going in the air, man.
And his dad called him gay. I don't know why that was funny. I don't know why that was always funny to me. But I'm just saying, like, bro, my man was just into art. He was into making movies. Why does he have to be gay? Because he wants to make movies, bro. Like, get off my man's back, man. Goddamn.
Oh, man. Hey, yo, this movie's wild. I can't wait to do this shit.
I'm going to tell you what was even more funny. He was calling him gay, but the nigga was hanging out with a girl the whole time.
Yeah. And he was gay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was banging out with a girl the whole time.
Hey, boy, when he was in the bed daydreaming about old girl, he was jacking off, and his wife said, "What you do?"
Yeah, bro, this movie is crazy, man. So,
oh man,
yeah,
we're gonna have fun with this one.
Yeah, this gonna be wild. So, y'all tune in Friday, man. You already know American Beauty will be the topic of the episode. Also, you know what I'm saying, we'll have what you watching, so look out for that. Also, if you guys have anything that you watching that you want us to review, or you just, you know what I'm saying, have something, that you guys want us to talk about for a little bit before we get into an episode, always feel free to hit us up on the socials, on Instagram, or you can hit us up on Twitter as well, Facebook too. So feel free to hit us up on the socials at any time with any suggestions, or, you know what I'm saying, just if you guys got questions, if you guys want to tell us your rating on whatever movie or show you listen to, whatever episode, just let us know what episode it was. Let us know your fire flame rating. Please use the fire flame emoji. You know what I'm saying? That way we know you really about that life. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely start reading those out on the show. I think that'd be a dope thing to do. You know what I'm saying? To shout out our listeners and stuff like that. Also, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. We greatly appreciate it. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at ViewAnonPod. You can also find us on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. For any questions, anything like that, feel free to hit us up. Once again, also you can find me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. You can also check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Scoots Bronson. I'm gonna be doing some gaming on there. I got Isolated Society this weekend, so y'all look out for that. Also check out my t-shirts, Overly Opinionated, at ovop.storeenvy.com. Get you some graphic t-shirts, man. You know what I'm saying? Support the boy.
Yes, sir. Y'all can catch me at s.foster8 on IG and Twitter, at 28 minutes or less pod on IG as well. 28 minutes or less on Facebook. I just put out a new episode actually today. Go check that out. I went over the second season of Wu-Tang, An American Saga. So just put that out. So go out and support the boy. Shit, man. That's it, man. That's all I really got.
That's what's up, man. Also, man, if you want to catch us talking about something else other than movies, every Wednesday, go to Scoots Bronson TV on YouTube or go to 43_pod on Twitter. Is that no? That's Instagram, right?
Which one?
What's the 43 Twitter? It's
On
official.
Twitter, it's official. That's the
So
official
go to at official 43pod on Twitter. Follow us there, and you can watch us every Wednesday around 6:00 doing the 43 podcast, or you can listen to us the next day on Spotify. You can follow us there. So that's pretty much all we got. Can't wait till Friday, man. Like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.